number 12 on the mock test says write the equation 4x plus 5y equals 7 in slope-intercept form. This one is not as hard as it looks. Just got to keep in mind, what do we want to do when we want it in slope-intercept form? At the end of the problem, it should be y equals something, which tells me you can already eliminate two wrong answers right here. B and A are not in slope-intercept form, are they? Does this say y equals mx plus b? Well, there's a negative 4x plus 7 here, but is y alone? Heck no, so that's not right. And this one doesn't, the y and the x aren't even in the right places. That's definitely wrong. So here we are with these two. So if nothing else, you have a 50-50 guess if you don't know how to do this. So let's actually see if we can't figure it out. If our goal is to get y alone, we need to get rid of the 5 and the 4x. Remember, the 4 and the x go together. And what I need to do to get rid of each one, I'd need to divide by 5 to get rid of the 5 because it's being multiplied. And I would need to subtract 4x because it's being added. The question is, which do I do first? And this is where we turn to our old friend SAD-MEP, SAD-MEP, and if you recognize, this is just PEMDAS backwards, PEMDAS. And let's look. We have addition in this problem. We're adding the 4x right now, and we're also multiplying by the 5. Well, I can see addition is first in SAD-MEP. It would be last in PEMDAS, but because we always do things backwards when we're solving or getting the variable alone, we're going to do A first. We're going to get rid of the addition, and as we already said, we're going to subtract. We're going to do the inverse. And what I do to one side, I must do to the other. And we end up with 5y on the left side equals, those cancel, 7 minus 4x. I can't actually do 7 minus 4x because I don't know what x is. So I'm going to leave it as 7 minus 4x, and that's just fine. And the last step I have to do, as you know, I need to divide by 5. And when I do this, I get y equals 7/5 minus 4/5. Remember, we're dividing these two numbers. Don't worry about the x. And we write the x next to 4/5. Now, when I look at my answer choices, I have 7/5, 7/5, 4/5, 4/5. The only difference between these two is that this one's negative. According to my equation, do I have a negative 4/5? Absolutely. This is negative 4/5 x. So for that reason, C is the right answer. I hope that makes sense. If nothing else, guys, remember you can always eliminate anything that's not slope-intercept form, and that should set you pretty straight.